Alright, okay, here we go. I'm not gonna lie to myself, I know this isn't gonna be easy, but I know I can do it. Right. Well, no time like the present. Okay, just keep running, just keep running. Hope they don't hit me. Just keep running, just keep running, just keep running. Okay, just don't look up, don't look up, just don't look up. Whatever you do, don't look up. Okay. Whew, it's a good thing I have automatic open all doors. Bear traps? Are you kidding me? He is really going overboard this time. Dear God. Alright, I might want to move back a bit. There we go.
Hey, welcome. What can we... Wow, you look really tired.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, what happened to you, mate?
Well, I ended up just basically, in order to get here, I basically ended up having to go through loads of turrets, water machines falling out of the sky, and bear traps.
Oh, that's just awful.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Wait a second. Water machines falling out of the sky? Why on earth were there water machines falling out of the sky?
Oh, because the guy who ends up dropping them out of his airplane ran out of bombs.
Who on earth would do such horrible things?
Oh well, there's this new guy coming to town that kind of likes this restaurant better than everyone else, and he kind of always wants to end up getting first in line. Oh, speak of the devil when he shall appear. Nice try, Bob! I'm first in line again! Looks like you're gonna have to wait. Oh. Okay, I finally finished barring up the front doors. Hey, Buzzington, how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing fine. I just managed to end up barring up the back doors. So, this is it, isn't it?
Yep, the zombie apocalypse has begun. You know, I don't know what's worse. Knowing that as we speak, loads of innocent people are right now being killed by loads and loads of zombies, or knowing for the fact that the person that ended up causing the zombie apocalypse is right in this room.
Well, you shouldn't end up blaming yourself.
I'm not blaming myself, I'm blaming you. You're the one who caused the zombie apocalypse.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Do I really need to refresh your memory?
Hello everyone, I will be your tour guide. Now, some of you may have never been in a nuclear factory before, so I'm just going to end up explaining a couple rules. Rule 1, make sure not to press any buttons at... Sir, are you even listening to anything I'm saying?
I wonder what this button does.
You idiot! You just ended up pressing the button to end up releasing nuclear toxins in a public area!
Oh, stop being so overdramatic. What's the worst that could happen? Oh yeah, I remember now. You ended up winning tickets to end up seeing a real-life nuclear factory. Out of all the prizes you could win, that prize kinda sucked.
Oh, whatever. You know, in the end, it's not too bad. I mean, if we had to end up getting stuck anywhere in the world, at least we ended up getting stuck here. After all, In this house that we've ended up barricading ourselves in, there's actually a lot of good stuff. For instance, there's loads of beds in this house, which means we don't all need to end up sleeping on the floor. This house has a toilet, which means we can end up using that instead of having to use newspaper like some other people that are out there right now. We have a kitchen stocked with food, which means we don't need to end up eating one another. And finally, we have our very own TV where we can end up watching any show we want.
Really? Then why on earth is it turned off?
At the moment, we lost the remote.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, I didn't actually know this house even had a TV.
Oh, it doesn't. Before we ended up coming to this place, I ended up stealing it.
You stole this TV?
The whole world's being attacked by zombies. I'm very doubtful anyone's gonna care that I stole one TV.
Oh, okay. Just one thing.
What?
If you're ever gonna steal anything again, how about another couch? Because of the Eye's fat ass, we don't have anything to sit on except the goddamn floor.
Does the eye even have an ass?
I don't know, and I don't really wanna know.
You know what I'm right now thinking?
What?
I feel sorry for anyone that's right now out there. Because one thing's assured, no creature with a working brain could possibly ever survive out there.
Hey guys, I brought pizza.
Derpy Squid? We haven't seen you in months. Where the hell have you been? And also, how on earth did you get into this house? Me and Buzzington ended up barring up all the doors.
Oh, I ended up coming from the hole in the basement. There's loads of secret tunnels right underneath us, actually leading to loads of different places. I just came from there and ended up going through the hole that's in the basement.
What hole in the basement? Huh. Kind of ironic how, we ended up barring up the doors and yet we never even knew this hole was here the whole time. Huh. Good thing the zombies didn't know either. Oh, you have got to be kidding me.
Phew, it's a good thing after we end up dealing with all those zombies in that tunnel, you managed to end up contacting all the stormtroopers that work for you to end up picking us up.
Yep, it's a good thing. Too bad the spaceship doesn't have any bigger chairs, though. It means that the Eye can't end up sitting at the table with us. And then again, at least that we have an extra couch around here for the Eye to sit on. Hey, Eye, how are you doing over there? Ah, he's doing fine. Well, it's probably going to be a while until we end up arriving at my Death Star, so what should we do until then?
Oh, I know! How about we end up telling scary stories while we wait?
Okay. Who has a scary story?
Me! I have a really great scary story for you guys.
Okay. Let's hear it, Buzzington. We're all ears.
Once upon a time, in a dark, dark galaxy far away, there was a murdering psychopath that went from planet to planet, or ship to ship, killing everyone on it. Every life form, every creature, even sometimes robots. He would kill everything on any planet or any spaceship, and he wouldn't stop until the entire universe was void of life.
Nice story, Buzzington, but it wasn't really that realistic. I mean, do you honestly expect us to believe that some maniac goes from planet to planet or spaceship to spaceship, killing loads of people? I mean, that guy must be dead by now, even if that story was real. And not to mention, seeing how big the universe is, someone would have to be completely out of their mind in order to do such a crazy, insane mission. Sorry, but I just didn't find it that believable, to be honest. Sir, we just got an alert. It seems an intruder has ended up entering onto our ship. An intruder? Well, where the hell is he now? Well, don't just stand there looking at him. Shoot him, you guys! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no,
Well, I hate to say I told you so, but...
Yeah, I know. You told me so. Well, everyone on this ship should feel a lot safer now that that guy's been apprehended. Nice work, soldier, transporting him here. You can end up leaving now.
Yeah, great job, guys, great job. I don't know why you're actually thanking him. I do believe you're the one who ended up capturing him.
Ah, well, anyone would have done it.
Are you kidding me? You ended up grabbing his chainsaw, threw it across the room, and then punched him in the face, knocking him clean out. If that was me, I would have ended up grabbing the goddamn chainsaw, threw it across the room, and ended up just running while he was getting his chainsaw to kill you lot, and then I ended up going into an escape pod to escape.
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. He's now in a cell, and we're all out here nice and safe. We should probably end up getting back to the others.
Yeah, before we actually go back, I've got a question before we actually go.
Really? What's that?
What exactly is this place?
You've never been here before?
Yeah, what is it?
It's the prisoners section of the ship. I can end up showing you around.
Okay. I'm actually a tiny bit curious, yeah.
Basically, this part of the ship ends up holding all the prisoners we've either captured while flying around the galaxy, or that have ended up trying to break onto this ship to either rob us or kill us. I'll end up showing you to each of the prisoners. Okay, the first prisoner we have here is a Draugr overlord.
What on earth is a Draugr doing on this spaceship?
Well, it turns out, remember when I ended up going to Skyrim?
Yeah, I was there, don't you remember?
Well, yeah. But basically, do you remember how I ended up killing loads and loads of different Draugr?
Well, yeah, you ended up killing dozens of them.
Well, it turns out that all the Draugrs I killed were kind of friends with this Draugr overlord, and apparently he didn't really like it that most of his friends were now, you know, dead. Well, more dead than they were from the beginning, and he kind of wanted to get revenge, so he basically ended up breaking into a storage warehouse where they were keeping ships, and told someone to basically kind of drive him to where I was to, you know, kill me.
Why on earth did someone end up driving a spaceship to bring him to you?
Dude, if someone ended up coming up to you looking like that, would you end up saying, no, I don't want to end up driving a spaceship all the way there?
Good point.
Okay, the next prisoner we have is Wheatley.
Why on earth is Wheatley in the cell?
Well, do you remember when he ended up going through that portal and ended up in space?
Well, I wasn't really there, but I heard about it, yeah.
Well, long story short, one day, my spaceship was just, driving through space, and ironically, he ended up hitting the windshield wipers.
Ow. Okay.
And, instead of just leaving him out there to just wander space, we decided to end up letting him on board. Although, seeing that of what he did in the past, I don't really trust him that much, so I just threw him into a jail cell.
Ow. Doesn't he feel bad for what he did?
Yeah, he said sorry to me many times, but I'm still not trusting him enough to bring him out of the jail cell.
Ow. Okay.
Okay, the next prisoner we have here is, Sledge.
Wait, hold on. You mean the guy from Borderlands?
Yeah, that guy.
Didn't you kill him?
Yeah, well, you know those new use stations?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out I'm not the only one who uses one of those. Before I killed him, he ended up using a new use station to bring himself back to life, like I've done many times before, whenever I've died. And, the minute he came back alive, yeah, he kind of wanted revenge against me for killing him, so, he basically hired all the people he could to hunt me down. He even put a contract to come and get me. And long story short, it took a while, but I finally had my people track him down, and basically I ended up, I basically ended up just putting him in a jail cell. I found him, knocked him out, and just put him in a jail cell.
Why didn't you just kill him again?
Dude, he has a new use station. He'll just end up coming back alive again, and I'm not gonna have to deal with all of that again.
Good point once again. Although seriously, you have a lot of enemies in here.
Well, what do you expect? You've seen how many places I've gone to and how many places I've been.
Fair enough.
Okay, in this jail cell we end up having a Dalek.
Wait, hold on. I've heard a lot about your adventures out of Gmod, and I'm pretty sure I've never heard of anything where you ended up having to fight Daleks.
Well, true, but with how many Daleks end up roaming space, we're bound to end up bumping into one of them at one point.
Yeah, good point. But hold on a second. Aren't Daleks extremely powerful? How on earth did you end up capturing this guy?
Well, long story short, my spaceship was traveling through an asteroid field, and we kind of got lucky where an asteroid ended up accidentally hitting this Dalek. It knocked him out for a little while, so my people ended up bringing him on the ship and ended up putting him into this cell. It's very surprising to me that he hasn't actually been able to break out so far, because I've heard that they're very, very smart. Although at the moment, the only reason we're keeping him here is for the fact is that we're hoping to study him and better understand his weaknesses and the rest of the Daleks' weaknesses. That way, if we end up running into any more Daleks, we can hopefully end up finding a way to end up defeating them.
Oh gee, why don't you just end up interrogating him or something?
Do you have any idea how much time that would end up putting in?
Whatever.
And last but not least, we have our final prisoner, which is a creeper.
Why do you have a creeper as a prisoner?
Well, long story short, we ended up once having a cargo delivery, and somehow these creepers ended up, sneaking their way into the cargo bay, and I think they were basically in the crates at the time, and, long story short, they ended up, doing a full-on invasion. There was loads of explosions at the time. This ship nearly went down, although luckily my men managed to handle the situation, and, it was a slaughter. There was loads of there's loads of my guards dead. There was loads of dead creepers. By the end of it, there was only one creeper left, and we're right now he's just behind here. But he's the last survivor of that whole slaughter.
Why on earth are you keeping him alive?
We're hoping to interrogate him to find out how on earth him and all the rest of his creeper brothers managed to end up sneaking their way onto this base, sneaking their way onto this ship.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, that's all the prisoners we have, and that's basically the whole purpose of this room. So, Buzzington, did you enjoy that little tour I ended up giving you? What are you doing?
I wonder what this button does.
No, wait! Don't press that! Whatever you do, do not press that! Buzzington, we really need to start making a rule about you not touching any big red buttons or green buttons or any type of buttons. Alright, now that almost everyone is here, we can now start the meeting.
Is this meeting about what Buzzington did?
No, this is not, this meeting is not about what Buzzington did. Although, seeing that you brought that up, we might as well talk about it now. Seeing that what happened where, while we were traveling on that ship and all of the criminals somehow escaped, Buzzington, I would now like my scientist to end up inventing a button that cannot be used by bees, or eyes, or squids, or anyone who might accidentally or deliberately press a button. They'll end up either releasing nuclear toxins on a public area, end up turning people into zombies, or end up just releasing criminals onto the spaceship. Which is one of the reasons why I have some of my top scientists here to discuss this matter at this time. So whenever you guys end up having some free time, make sure to work on some buttons that end up only working for humans, so to speak. So eyes, so floating eyes, bees, and squids can't end up using them. Okay. Secondly, I'd like to end up talking about our security, which is one of the reasons why I also have my top guards here. Now, seeing that at one point, a serial killer ended up breaking onto one of our top ships and ended up killing most of our guards, and not to mention seeing that most of the criminals we ended up keeping in lockdown, which somehow got out, Buzzington again, I'd like to end up hiring some new security staff, seeing that for some reason you stormtroopers aren't actually quite good at well, doing your job. You're not good at killing and you're not good at guarding things, apparently. Because the only reason we ended up surviving the serial killer coming on board was because I ended up knocking the weapon out of his hands and managed to punch him in the face. And as for the criminals being released, the only reason we survived that is because I managed to, me, Buzzington, and the Eye and Derpy Squid all managed to end up tricking all those criminals to end up being released out the air hatch, which in hindsight, now that I think about it, did save us from them. But at the same time, I'm a tiny bit worried about that now, seeing that two of them were undead, two of them were basically robots. One of them has a machine that can end up basically respawning him somewhere else. I think the only creature that ended up dying through that whole thing was probably the creeper, and they're the suicide bomber, so that's not really much of a big deal. So I feel like that's going to eventually come back to bite us in the ass. But anyway, that's why I'm hiring new staff members, new people I know are good at protecting and fighting for me. Which is why I present you some two old friends of mine, Stabby and Pyra.
Oh wow, Stabby and Pyra have really let themselves go.
That's not goddamn Pyra or Stabby. That's just some random guy dressed as the Fantastic Four, the Torch, and Frosty Snowcakes.
Who?
Don't you remember Frosty Snowcakes? He ends up selling delicious cakes and lots of other different types of goods. He was at my home warming party, don't you remember? He ended up setting up all the food and everything.
Oh yeah, I remember him now.
Frosty, what on earth are you even doing here?
I end up hearing about delivery needed to be delivered here. About loads of different types of cakes need to be ordered.
We didn't order loads of different cakes.
Well, you didn't, but I did.
But why the hell did you order loads of different cakes?
Well, seeing that this is a business meeting and we're planning loads of stuff, I thought that, while we're planning all of this, I might as well end up planning my birthday party.
Your birthday party isn't for a couple of months.
Well, yeah, I know, but, still, it's always best to plan ahead.
So, why are they here?
Well, I wanted to end up, having Frosty over to end up showing me all the different types of cakes he can end up giving to me on my birthday. I want to end up choosing the best cake I can eat for my birthday party. And the Human Torch is here because I thought it would be cool to have the Human Torch at my birthday party.
About that. You said we were going to get paid. When are we actually going to get paid? You're paying them?
Only by the hour. It's fine. It's fine. We have loads of money. Anyway, I mainly end up bringing you two here because I'm wanting to see how good you are. Now, first off, Human Torch, can you actually light yourself on fire?
No. I'm just the actor who ended up playing the Human Torch. I can end up signing autographs for you if you want.
Nope, you suck. Okay, get lost. Just get lost. Get out of my sight.
Okay. Am I gonna get paid at least?
Get lost before I get the taser out!
Okay.
You, Frosty, get the hell in here! I need you to end up serving me loads of different types of cakes! I want to see what the best flavors are!
Okay. Hey! I just realized. If that wasn't Stabby or Pyra, then where on earth are they?
You have a point. They should be here by now. Oh, hey! There they are! Well, come in, you two. We were just about to finish off the meeting. Okay, now that everyone's actually here, we can end up continuing on with the meeting. And now we're going to end up discussing the third and final reason we're all here. Now, as you all should know, as we speak, Earth is now being infested by zombies because someone, Buzzington, accidentally ended up sending out some nuclear toxins when pressing a button, Buzzington, end up infecting the populace and end up turning them into zombies. Now, I've lived on Earth for a very long time before I end up buying this Death Star, and I would like to end up trying to find a way to cure all the people down on Earth. But here's the thing. It isn't exactly that cheap to end up paying many scientists. Yeah, I'm looking at you three to end up working tirelessly to end up making a cure for zombieism, I'm gonna call it. Especially when a certain blue bee keeps on wasting money on cakes and actors from Marvel movies. Buzzington.
You know, eventually you're gonna get sick and tired of just saying my name over and over. You're gonna stop saying that eventually. I know you are.
Yeah, don't count on it. Which is why I've found a way to end up making it so we never run out of money. Because the last thing we want is to end up running out of money, meaning that we can't end up paying anyone in this room. Any of the guards, who apparently can't do their jobs at all, any of the scientists who do their jobs quite well, seeing that they actually ended up making this, the very thing I'm about to talk about that has actually ended up saving us from our money problem, and now paying Stabby and Pyra, who are now on my payroll and who will be in charge of security, because as I remember from the past, they can actually fight. Unlike the rest of you stupid ass, goddamn, you stupid soldiers, you're just stupid. I know I'm being hurtful, but seriously, when have you guys ever killed anyone? Seriously, when have you? Anyway. Which is why I've ended up telling my scientists to end up making this. This thing you see on the table, which has actually been here for quite a long time.
Yeah, I was actually about to say something about that. What on earth is that?
It's a money printer. It ends up printing out money, meaning that we can end up getting as much money as we want.
Isn't that illegal?
Well, yeah, but no offense, Buzzington, but I don't think anyone's gonna really care if I'm actually printing out money and it's illegal, seeing that I have a goddamn Death Star. Who's gonna say no to me?
Didn't you end up getting rid of all the weapons on this Death Star because you wanted it to be more like a home instead of just, well, a Death Star?
Well, yes, but two things. One, seeing that we end up having unlimited money, I can end up just paying the scientists in this room and all the scientists on this ship to end up just putting all those weapons back, or even inventing new and better weapons. And two, no one else besides us aka anyone who's on this Death Star right now knows that this Death Star doesn't have any weapons. So as far as they know, we could end up just blowing up any planet we want right now.
Fair point.
So yeah, the only thing we need to make sure of now is to make sure that no one ends up stealing this money printer, because we've ended up putting most of our money into this now, and if we ended up losing this money printer, then we would just be cash broke. We'd just be completely broke.
Arr, did someone say something about a money printer?
Are you kidding me? Space pirates? Are you kidding me?
Aha, matey, we'll be taking that all for ourselves. Wow, we should have ended up hiring these guys years ago.
Okay everyone, this is another very important business meeting, so let's get down to it. So, what's the latest news?
Well, sir, we have some good news and bad news.
What's the good news?
The good news is that we've ended up making a cure for the zombie infection and ended up spreading it to half of the world. And most of the governments have ended up paying us a hefty fortune to end up giving them the cure so they can end up curing the entire world.
Oh, that's great! What's the bad news?
Well, the bad news is that some of our equipment and plans have been stolen.
When did this happen?
I think it was just before you ended up hiring, Stabby and Pyra.
Well, I guess that makes sense. What did they steal?
Well, they stole equipment and plans, for a project we were coming up with called Project Eagle.
And what exactly is this project?
It was a project we were coming up with to end up splicing a human's DNA and a bird's DNA, making it so that we end up having angel wings.
And how on earth is that helpful to us?
Well, with angel wings on people's backs, we wouldn't need to end up using stuff like jetpacks or planes or anything like that, meaning that we end up saving more fuel and we end up saving much more money.
Wow, that is an incredibly good idea. Wait, hold on, you never actually did say, who ended up stealing this from us?
An evil secret government that has been trying to steal from us for many, many years now.
What are they called?
We don't know, they're a secret government.
Have they managed to end up actually making headway with these plans?
Well, I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. No, not really, no.
I see. Well, in that case, there's only one thing we can end up doing now.
Ask them nicely to give all the stuff back?
No, Derpy Squid, that's not what we're gonna... Okay. Derpy Squid, I have a simple question for you. In all the time you've known me, whenever someone's either attacked us or stolen from us, when have I ever asked them nicely to give it back?
22!
That's not even a good answer. That's... Okay, I'm just gonna say that's not a good answer and just skip all of this conversation. I'm just gonna leave you to do you.
No. Anyway, like I was saying, there's only one thing for us left to do. Stabby, Pyra, I've got a job for you two. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how many complaints you people throw at me. I don't care how much money we need to burn through to make this happen. But I want Project Eagle or Project Falcon or whatever the hell it's called to go. So we can end up making a lot of money and end up taking over this stupid world. Oh, god damn it. Someone's knocking at the door. Yeah, Paul, get off your goddamn ass and answer it.
Sure thing, boss, sure thing. Oh, hey, are you the pizza guy? Oh, I love pizza. It's really nice to see you guys. Hey, why are you doing that to me? Hey, do you have the pizza or not?
What the hell?